You want to become a master of using this platform. It's called DAT1. DAT1, it's a load matching platform, and obviously it has different subscriptions. But before I begin, I will give you the plan, what we're going to talk about, what we're going to cover in this video. Well, if you're a first time here, my name is Kamal. I teach people how to become independent freight dispatchers and all the way up to running their own trucking companies. I taught many students all over the world, in fact, thousands of students. I've learned a lot of tips, tricks, and a lot of strategies. I was a carrier myself. Welcome to the channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you have any questions. The plan is this. I'll break it down into two parts. Part one will be going over the load board. This is the load matching platform. I'll talk about different level of subscriptions, but it's very, very important to note who is this for, meaning load board. If you're a freight dispatcher, obviously this video is for you. If you're a carrier, you are in the right place. This video is actually designed for you, for carriers out there. I'll do my best to help you understand which subscription level to pick, what are the tools that are available to you, and then on the part two, I'll be going over the dashboard. I will be going into details, talking about what are the strategies to actually pull those amazing loads that you've been missing. And listen, this is a platform. It's a freight matching platform. It depends on thousands of data points. And if you understand how it functions, pulling those loads will be much, much easier. As I said before, this is a load or freight matching platform. So there is for this video specifically, I represent DAT1, meaning DAT Solution as a company have this load board, which called DAT1. DAT1 is a software. It's a freight or load matching platform. And it has different subscriptions. There are some confusions out there when I do live training on YouTube or maybe on TikTok or Instagram. And people get confused about what are the differences between DAT1 and DAT1 Select, for example, or DAT1 Enhanced or DAT1 Pro. Well, DAT1 is the load board. It's the name of the load board, but within a load board, basically, the higher you pay, the more tools are available to you to use. That's basically it. But for those of you who are new and you don't know what I'm talking about, load board, think about it as like an Amazon. If you go to an Amazon and you put keywords like, hey, I'm looking for iPhone cover, for example, and if you type on a search, what do you have? The sellers inside the platform. And then those or best matching key search or keyword search products will be available, will be displayed to you. And then you will look at the reviews and you will look at the description and make your purchase decisions that way. So it's a platform. Amazon is a platform bringing sellers and buyers. Same analogy here. DAT1 basically brings freight brokers. These are the people who post loads on these platforms, and we have carriers and dispatchers searching for loads. I'll give you an example. I was a carrier myself. I owned 4 trucks. I was in the flatbed market. So if one of my trucks located in Atlanta, Georgia, what I would do is just put origin as the name of where my trucks are located, and then destination will be, let's say, Houston, Texas. I'll hit search, and all the loads along the way, including from my state or city and until the destination, all the loads will pop up, and I'll pick the best paying load for my trip, and I'll take it and I will deliver it and I get paid. As I said, in part one, I will be going over the different subscription. As I said, this video is specifically for carriers, and obviously since independent freight dispatchers working for carriers, you will learn a lot of tips and tactics and strategies. Carriers, as I said before, DAT1 is the software, is the name of the load board. First one is DAT1 Standard, previously called Trucker's Edge, and it's $45. The second one is DAT1 Enhanced, it's $85. DAT1 Pro is $135, and then DAT1 Select, this is what I have, this is what it is, and then again, I'll be going over into details talking about how it functions, user interface, and everything in between. And then we have a DAT1 Office, formerly called Power Office. It's about $300, $5 a month to be exact. Most popular one is $135. So again, I'll be helping you here to, if you have a question like which one to pick. If I'm fairly new, should I pay $135, which is most popular, or can I start with the $45? Think about it this way. If you are an owner-operator with one truck and trailer and you drive, well, $45 or $85 will do the work. Why? Because it's for owner-operators. And also it's $135 per month, which is most popular one, also for owner-operators. But again, if you're just starting your business, then I won't do $135. I'll start with $85 and then I'll take it from there. So if you're doing a lot of partial loads, this is $40. It's $45 and not many tools are available to you, but it will do the work. If you're a carrier, then if you have multiple trucks, I recommend DAT1 Select, and there will be a reason. I'll be going over into details talking about these. Okay. The last one is DAT Office $295. So let's go over what are the tools that are available to you. The most important tool that you need to have is average lane rates. And then the other one is the tri-haul. The tri-haul, I'll be again going over into details talking about the tri-haul principle. This is basically triangular routing tool. And it's an awesome tool. You will see how I use it. And again, if you really need to go into details, just stick with me. I will be going over talking about this. These are the two main tools that you need. One is for negotiation power. And again, we'll be talking about this, which is average lane rates. Then the other one is, remember, tri-haul. If you really want to go into details like knowing which one is which, just hover over this icon, information icon. So if you hover over, see this one, and it will say, see the average spot market rates for every lane you searched. And it available 85. And that was one of the reasons why I said, if you're an owner operator, start with 85 and then you can obviously upgrade from there. It's 30 days. Basically what it means is that, let's say your lane is from Atlanta, Georgia to Houston, Texas. It basically pulls the data and shows you in last 30 days, okay, in the last 30 days, brokers were paid in average, let's say $2.55. When you have that number, and you can basically use that number and negotiate with brokers. If broker pays you $2, and you can say, hey, listen, the last 30 days, what I see, the averaging is between $2.50, but you're giving me $2, so to speak. So basically simplifying things so that you can easily understand. So the 135 is the last 15 days. That means in the last 2 weeks, you will have the average lane rates. If you are not sure about multiple searches and filtering, I'll be showing you. But again, if you hover over, set up multiple load searches and filter your results by the information most important to you. There are a lot of amazing tools that are available here, but you will make your own decisions based on how many tools you need. Again, if you're an owner operator and if you're a carrier, focus on these. If you're a carrier and if you have multiple trucks, then focus on $180 per month. Now, what would be the signing up process? Before I begin, let's say that you decided to have this one. Then what will happen is there is a 5-step signing up process. This is how you can create your DAT account. Quick note here. Once you sign up, you won't get the subscription right away. Well, in some cases, you will get emailed from DAT right away, but some people, it will take a couple of days to get your login credentials. It can take up to 30 days. I do see those cases that people wait for about 30 days and I have no idea what's happening with them, but usually they're really very, very quick to getting back to you with your login information. The first thing first, you put your email address, you create your password, and you move on to the second step. It's all about company information, and then you will have the payment information. Once you paid, that's it. You have that subscription and you are ready to go. If you are a freight dispatcher, signing up is kind of complicated, and here is the reason why. You must have a US-based company. You must have a physical address in the United States. That is the first requirement. Then the second requirement is you must have a carrier in order to get the subscription. Very straightforward. If you are a carrier, then you have active MC number and everything in between. You're ready to go. It's very quick. Once you have done that, you received your login credentials. Now we're moving into the part 2, which is dashboard. This is where the magic will be happening. Carriers and freight dispatchers will be spending a lot of time here, day in, day out, from 6 a.m. until maybe 8 p.m. This is where dispatchers and carriers live. This is where the brokers posting loads and carriers and dispatchers pull those loads by negotiating with brokers. So let's focus on the dashboard. So once you log in, very straightforward, keep it simple. What you see is post a truck, search loads, search trucks. Again, these two are for dispatchers and carriers. Posting a truck, this is where you will be posting your trucks. If you're located in Atlanta, if you're located in Houston, post your trucks. Very, very important. And by the way, this button is for a reason here. If you post a truck, brokers will be searching for your trucks. And I'll be showing you how you can do that. Then the most important button here, or the link I would say here, is search results. This is where you will be going every single day. This is where you will be searching loads. And a little bit of information, maybe the news, maybe update, you will see up here. And DAT encourages their users to download the mobile app. It's an amazing. Please download. On the right side, you have a national loads count. It's very simple. If you are in the flatbed market, just click flatbed market and see how many loads comes into the state. For example, Georgia has 1,178 loads that goes into the Georgia. The loads in, that means inbound. Just take notes. Those are the terminologies that are really important. And then out, meaning loads that going out of Georgia, meaning outbound. See, now we learn two terminologies. One is inbound, the other one is outbound. Very simple. It's just basically a snapshot to see how many loads go into the state and go out of the state so that you can make best decisions. Now, as I said, posting a truck, and I will be going over the links, but I will be focusing primarily searching loads. Now, for the purpose of this video, posting trucks, I highly, highly, highly encourage carriers to post their trucks. Let's say I have a truck in Atlanta, Georgia. This is what you do. Maybe you're looking for a partial load. Maybe you're looking for a full load. Just pick one. Most of the time you will put full load. Then, hey, if you're looking for a partial load, maybe you have in the lower deck on your trailer, maybe 20 feet long. Maybe you're looking for 15,000 pounds or something like that. Then put it up here. That means partial load, and you take it from there. Equipment, let's say, as I said, it's a flatbed. I have 53. And then weight, maybe you can say, hey, it's 45,000. That's all. I can't do more than that. Anything less than that, I can take it. So for the location, you put, let's say, if, as I said, my truck's in Atlanta, Georgia, what do? You put Atlanta, Georgia. And if my truck's going to, let's say, Houston, then you take Houston, Texas, availability, meaning are you available today or for tomorrow? Maybe you're delivering today and your truck will be available tomorrow. Then what you can do is, hey, if today is the 13th, then you can put like tomorrow is the 14th. And you can put, maybe you will say, I'm available from Friday until next week, Monday or something like that. So you got the idea. You put the availability. Then this is where you put, hey, this is the minimum rate I can take. This, I have flatbed, I'm looking for a full load, 45,000, the maximum that I can take, and I'm going from Atlanta to Houston. This is the date that I'm available or the dates that I'm available, and you put something like $3 per mile. That's what I'm looking for. In the comment, you can say that I have ramps. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type on Google flatbed or step deck ramps. So you can select call me or put like, hey, email me. Then what do? You post. As soon as you post, it will be available up here. Let me do this. Let me cancel. Let me go back to the dashboard. So instead of broker posting the load, it will give you a call and you will negotiate the rate and take it from there. Now, I hope that it helps. Let's do this. But before I show you the awesomeness of this amazing tool, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications when I post videos like this. You will be notified. At the same time, if you like this, please like the video, comment any question you have, and share with other people. It helps the channel. Thank you. Have you done it? Awesome. Let's go. We are going into the search loads. This is where you will be pulling those loads. So to go to the search loads, this is what you will see. Don't pay attention to this. This is for example purposes I will be using in this video, but this is a new search. Empty origin, and you will see empty destination, deadhead, equipment. I will be going into details talking about this. And again, my job is to simplify and make it simple and easy to understand. First thing first, origin is basically, as its name implies, where your trucks are located. You see this Z7, Z8, Dallas, Texas, is because I put these zones. Z means zones, different zones. You can also go to Google, type DAT zones. There is a PDF. I want you to download that. It's very, very important. It basically shows you the zones and shows you the markets. What you need to put is, let's put Atlanta, Georgia, and it goes to Houston. That is origin, and this is a destination, as you can see. Now, we have this DHO, means deadhead origin. How it works, if I put origin Atlanta, Georgia, and Houston destination, and we also have deadhead destination. What it means is when you hit the search, it basically shows that, hey, there is a load 70 miles away from Atlanta, or it's about 280 miles away, or let's say 180 miles away, meaning it's in Greenville, South Carolina. And it shows that, hey, deadhead, meaning empty miles. It says basically you need to go from Atlanta about 180 miles without taking any loads. That meaning you have an empty trailer. Empty miles. Think about that way. You're not hauling anything, and it's an expense. And DAT gives you that ability to see how many miles you're deadheading, basically running empty miles. And same thing with deadhead destination. If you put destination Houston, what if you have Port, Texas? Maybe it's about 50 miles away, maybe 60 miles away, or 100 miles away. And it basically will show. I will show you an example how it looks like. But before I go there, just remember that, hey, there is an origin. The first thing, the second thing is a destination. Pay attention to that. Deadhead is an empty mile. Deadhead destination is, and again, it's the same thing. It's a deadheading or extra mile. You're not deadheading, but it basically says that, hey, you're not delivering in Houston. You're going to, let's say, 100 mile away from Houston to deliver. And that's the deadhead destination. Equipment, as I said, you can do reefer, then if you're a carrier, you know what I'm talking about. Then in my case, it will be flatbed. You just pick flatbed. This is the first tip that I have. Don't put full load if you're looking for a full load, and don't select partial if you're just looking for a partial. Always put full or partial load, and I will be giving you the reasons why you need to do this. Length will be 53. Most of you have 53 trailers. I had 53 trailers, but if you have 48 trailers, put it up here. For the weight, I don't want my trailer to get more than 45,000. I don't need that. Date range, what I do usually is about 1 week. If let's say I'm searching for loads for today, I put today, and then the ending date will be the next week, Thursday. Then I'll click search, and let's see what happens. First thing first, what I will do, I will get here. Do you see rate? You just click on a rate. This will give you the highest paying load at the top. Now, let's look at this, what it means. These are the loads that are being posted by freight brokers. You will see that some of the loads are canceled. Some loads are just fairly new and they popped up. See this, like this green icon, it says one. There are two new loads popped up in this search, Dallas to Savannah, Georgia, and then there's 20 new results for this specific search. And if you're kind of confused about this, just bear with me. I will be showing you exactly how I using the zones. Now, let's go step by step. We cover these. I'm assuming you taking notes and you okay with this. You understand how it functions and what they mean. Now, let's go to load requirement. Some brokers love to track the load. There's a tracking codes being sent by brokers, and then they track the freight. And you can put tracking required loads. Usually they pay a little bit more. Tracking not required. I don't want to be tracked by the broker. You can do that, but what I'll do is click both and click done. By default, they're both, and you can pick whatever you want. For the purpose of this video, I'll just take both, click done. Search back 24 hours. This is where you telling this software, hey, go back 24 hours, not more than 24 hours, and bring all those loads that are posted within 24 hours, as you can see. And this is why the age, and this is how it calculated. Now, the company, show company only, exclude, for example, maybe you don't work some of the brokers, you can put up here and you can take it that way, meaning exclude ABC brokers company or something like that. You can definitely do that. Clear all and move on to the next one, which is private loads. I'm not going to go into details because I need to do another video that talks about the private loads because it's huge. Some people get confused about this, and I get a lot of emails about private loads. The last one is book or bid. And here's a bookable loads, and you can say, hey, I don't want to bid on a load. Just show me only bookable loads, and you can click done. So very, very straightforward. Now, this number, the 56 results, DAT helps me to understand numbers. It says, listen, from origin to destination, whatever you put, I have exact matches. There's a 56 exact matches. If I do 150-mile radius, and obviously this number will decrease. Let me go here and do 150-mile radius. So pay attention to this number. This will decrease. Click search. And then reason why it decreases is because you shrinking the search ability, meaning you're saying, hey, this is the radius. 150-mile radius obviously will be less than 250-mile radius. Think about 500 miles radius. If you put 500, that means there will be a lot of loads because it basically you're expanding your searchability. That's what it is. And at the bottom, it says plus 108 similar results. That means, hey, these are the not exact loads, but hey, listen, it could be 200 miles away, but not 150 miles away. Do you see this? Deadhead, and see this? This is why it's similar result, because it's more than 150-mile radius. That's how it functions. Let's say if you wanted to search a load that are coming back at the same time, or you have another load or another truck that needs load, then what you do, you're not doing anything up here. You just click new search, see, and this available, remember we talked about this on multiple searches. See, we talked about this. Let me go up here. Multiple searches is not available on the 45. It's available on the 85 and above. Let's say it that way. Now, if you wanted to search from Houston, let's say Houston to Atlanta, Georgia, this is what you do. Let's go and let's type Atlanta and let's put 250-mile radius. I will go 250-mile radius. Equipment, I have flatbed, partial, okay, 53 and 45,000. As I said, remember, this was tip number 2. Let's go and say, okay, I want to pick loads from 14th the next week. Let's do this. There you go. Now, search. There you go. Now, you just play in between. You can see if there's a new load popped up, and you will see that, oh, there is a load. New posted loads. Just go and see, and if you like the load, you call the broker and take it away. So that's what it is, and that's how it played. This is how you search loads. Now, let me show you the try haul. Remember I said that I will be showing you how tri-hull principle works. If you come back, let's go to Houston, from Atlanta to Houston. Now I say I want to pick load from Atlanta that goes to Houston. Then tri-hull principle says, hey, why don't you go to another market first, pick from Atlanta, deliver in another city, for example, or a market, deliver, and then pick another load and go to Houston. Don't go directly to Houston. I was like, okay, what are my options? See this plus $2,139 green. Click on the tri-hull and this window will pop up. So the direct route, which is this, is from Atlanta market to Houston market. And this is the breakdown. Line haul average $1.72, meaning this is the average from Atlanta, Georgia to Houston. Then there's a surcharge and is $2.20 total rate. This is the mile. Total revenue is this. Okay. Now it says don't go directly, but instead see this. That means kind of makes the triangle from Atlanta go to Knoxville, Tennessee, or you can go to Mobile, Alabama, or Decatur, Alabama, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, or Nashville, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. Also gives you the how many miles, and it will give you how much you will be making from this trip. Meaning from Atlanta, if I wanted to go to Decatur, Alabama, it's $190.95, and it's only 228 miles. Then from here, I will take a load and then go to Houston. If I do that, I'll make extra $867.92. That's the revenue difference, but I'll be making about $2,610.32. See, the mile is about $3. Okay, this principle is awesome. Obviously, you can get advanced, and there are a lot of strategies to use this. There is a PFP strategy that goes along with the tri-hull. This is actually the way how you guys stay in the trucking business. So what we have here, another way of searching this by zones. The Z stands for zones. What I mean by that, remember I said download DAT zones from, so you can type on Google DAT zones. This will pop up. And what is it? So you can read it, obviously. The zones divided, think about markets that grouped in zones. Z0 includes these states. Z1 includes Delaware, Pennsylvania, and so on. Now, why is that? Why it's important? Well, instead of doing searches by city to city, which is this, Atlanta to Houston, see the load availability is 121, and there are not much loads to look at and make decisions based on how many loads we have, like 121 loads. But instead of this is another tactic where I will go, first of all, do you see how many loads we have? 22,225. I have included all the equipment to see where, when, and what type of brokers post what type of loads and how much they are paying. This method is for more of a like doing a research, to looking at, think about like a snapshot, the market conditions. That's what it is. Again, if you are looking for a load, let's say, let me use zones. Let's say you want to use Southeast area. Let's say that you have a truck in Atlanta, Georgia, but you want to do search Z2 or Z3. But if you just put Z3, it will include the Georgia. But hey, what if there's a load in Greenville, South Carolina? So this is one of the reasons why I recommend including Z2. So Z2, Z3, let's say we're going to Texas, and maybe we can include Z8, which includes these states: Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah. So you got the idea. Z7, Z8. Now, Z2, searching, meaning origin, we put Z2, Z3, and then for the destination, we'll put Z7, Z8. Let's do that. I'll do new search, come up here. Okay, we'll put Z2, no comma, nothing, Z3. And we said destination is Z7 and Z8. Now, equipment, we're looking flatbed. And then load type, full and partial, it's 53. The length of the trailer, weight, not more than 45. And let me pull, remember, The tip number 2, 13th. Okay, cool. Click search. Let's do this. 596 results. And again, what I do, first thing first, I put the rate, the highest paying rate to see. And okay, now I'm seeing, okay, from Virginia, full, it pays about 5,200. This is from Memphis, Tennessee, Phoenix, Arizona. This is for flatbed, 44,000. This is the broker. This is how much, this is the credit score, and this is how much they're paying. Oh, it's actually more than $3. And if I can negotiate maybe another $500, there will be 5,000 load. I can pick up today and deliver, let's say in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, this is basically how you do searches by zones. You can also do state to state, city to state, multiple states to one city, multiple states to one state, or one state to multiple city. As you can see, that there's a tip number 3. Always search in multiple ways. Don't just sit in front of a computer all day long searching from Atlanta, Georgia to Houston, Texas load, or anything like that, or from Oklahoma City to Corpus Christi. Let's go over these. Age, rate, trip, origin, deadhead origin, destination, deadhead pickup, equipment, length, weight, capacity, company, and then we have a credit score. Now, there is a green dot. That means, see, it's a notification. That means it's 0 minute ago. This load just posted. With that in mind, age means when this load was posted. Rate, as its name implies, very straightforward. This is how much broker pays for this trip, and it divides also how much is per mile. It actually divides by this and gives you this number, which is almost $2.60 per mile. Now, trip is how many miles from this origin to this destination, everything being calculated from origin to destination. Just remember that. This is a 2,005 miles. Then we have deadhead origin. We also talked about already. Destination is Denver, Colorado. Deadhead destination that you will see up here. Pickup is when. It will pick up today. Maybe it's tomorrow. Equipment, FD, stands for flatbed or step deck. F stands for step deck. Flatbed. Now, the length of it is, see, it's moving is because brokers posting loads. And the length is the length of the trailer, how much they need. They need 48. This broker needs 14 feet long, and then it's about 4,100 pounds. Capacity, straightforward, is a full load or is it a partial load? That's what it is. Company, meaning brokerage company who posted. Total Quality Logistics posted this load. Credit score they have, let's see, there you go, 97. And again, see, the numbers are changing is because some brokers canceling their loads live. You can see that. This is a live feed. And the other one is because brokers posting new loads. That's basically it. This is how you search for loads. Another video I'll be doing market conditions, going over really awesome tool. Most carriers and freight dispatchers, they don't use that, but I'll do in-depth video. I did a training with the DAT and I love that training, and I'll be posting here on. I have a special invitation. So if you really wanted to know ins and outs of this load board, how to use a PFP method with the tri-haul principle and all the strategies for pulling the best paying loads, I have an invitation for you. So I have a Dispatch Trucks Academy group. Their link will be below this video. I have the community, little bit of information about this. We have brokers, we have carriers, we have shippers here. We currently have 276 members here. So what is it? In community, you can have whatever the questions you have. Let's say you have a load board question. You can put title is a DAT1 select and type your question up here and say, hey, Kamal, I have a question about how am I going to use tri-haul with PFP method. So the most important thing is that we have a classroom. In classroom, we have recorded coaching sessions up here. You can check them out. We have the up-level dispatching. This is a coaching program that I have. Yes, this is from A to Z, how you can start your independent freight dispatching business. This information is available to you. And also, I'm here for the implementation aspect of it. So if you need any help with implementing whatever you're learning inside the classroom and within the community, we'll be doing our best to support all of our members. Links are below. And again, we have a calendar. Every Monday, I do coffee hours with the members. That means any type of question you have, you join. It's free. You will be here. I'll be there. and then I'll be taking your questions. And then every Tuesday we'll do YouTube Live, and on Wednesdays we'll do coaching calls. And again, links are available to you. Guys, hope you guys like it. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, share, and comment any questions you have. Thank you. Bye for now.